Welcome to CC Fashion. In this video, you're going to learn how to create this akpada illusion on your senator top. From the previous video, I made a video on how to cut this senator top. If you have not seen it, please check the previous video. You're going to see it. Believe me, this is going to be very interesting because we have to be creative on making this. Now, let's make the tutorial. To start with, we need the front part of this. If you have not seen how we cut this, check on the previous video that we have uploaded in this channel. So I have my interfacing. This is a color stay. It is a kind of heart interface. It's always very good for designing a senator. So you can cut it to the length of your desire and to the width of your desire. Remember, when you're cutting it, let it extend from the shoulder to around the navel or somewhere close to the navel, either 1 inch close to the navel, and let the width be from one nipple to the other. So that can guide you on how to create this particular design. I have mine there, and if you look at it carefully, I have already notched out a kind of V shape at the lower part of it. So this is just trying to be creative there. So the next thing to do is just to place your senator front. Don't mind the way the senator front is looking like. That's why I said, if you've not seen what I made to bring out this shape, just go to the previous video on how I cut it. We just want to create a design, so place it that way. If you can see, I have placed the neck part to be to align with the folded paper, and I'm going to just trace out the neck part, cut it out just the way the neck front is. So that is what I am doing precisely. After cutting out, I had to trim off the shoulder to slant it the way it is. Just basically trace out the front part of it, and at the end of the day, this is what you have. I'm spreading the stay on it. Remember, when you are putting it on your senator, let the side that has gum face the front side. And this is the style that I just want to mimic. I want to imitate this style, but it's not going to be as long as it is. This is an akpada, so I just want to make something close to that, and I want to make the design the way it is. So I'm just facing the gum right side facing each other, and the part that has the gum is facing the upper part of it. So I'm basically going to trim off the shape. At first, I had to mark on the left hand side like 5.5 inches down, and on the right hand side, I think I marked like 9 inches down. And you have to just draw out the line. Remember, from the neck part of it, from the real neck of it, you have to keep the space of 1 inch. Is not on the neckline. Just look at it and follow through. I think this is very simple and it's something that you can achieve. You have to make sure that everything is balanced from the upper part of it. Just as you can see, I have 1.5 inch there, 1.5 inches there, and that's the same thing I want to have at the lower part of it. I'm also marking 1.5 inches there so that I can have a straight line, and I'm going to draw it to connect with the upper line. Here I have my straight line there. The same thing goes to the other side, and notice I am going to connect from that 5.5 inches up there to my 9 inches down here, so that I'm going to form the slants that you can see commonly in most of these akpada wear. If you don't know what is akpada wear, it's just a kind of outfit that's mostly used by Nigerians. We call it akpada. It's really rampant in Yoruba parts and other parts of Nigeria, I think, as well. So after that, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just cut out the shape that I have created Remember, I don't want the design to get to the neck part of it, just an illusion that I'm trying to create. So thereafter, I'm going to trim it off. After trimming it off, I'll just go ahead and gum it to the material that I want to use. Here I'm using Ankara to design this senator. So I'm going to place my Ankara on this particular color say, and then iron it properly. So this is the material I'm going to place it on. So after placing it on and ironing it, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is how it looks like after ironing it, and you can see the shape is coming out already. It's looking more beautiful. So the next step is just to try to create a little design. At this point, you may take it to people that will do the embroidery for you. If you have a machine, you go ahead and do the embroidery. If you don't want to do it, you can still leave it that way. But this, I'm just going to use a multiple thread to make it. Now these are my threads that I want to use in forming my design. I have to reel it on a reel, just as many thread as possible. You can just reel it and just follow the step. Look at how I'm doing it. I just want to make this design on the side piece of it. If you like, you can just take it to people that can do the embroidery, but we have to be creative sometimes. So after that, I'm going to insert it into my casing, my bobbin casing, and here we go. I think from this point you should grab what we are trying to do here. Please, if you do not grab it, know that you really need a strong class. So thereafter, this is me stitching it. You can see I'm turning the front part of it while stitching on the left part of it, so that when I'm done stitching, the design will come out at the front parts of it. So I am done stitching. This is what it looks like. I'm sure you like this design. You can try it on your senator. See, it's a multiple colored thread that I use, and it's already giving me what I need. So thereafter, we have our senator front. I have already added my placates. Please ignore the down parts of the placates because the design is actually going to cover it up. So that's what I made for it, and it is already coming out. Look at the vibe. It's really coming out so charming. I'm sure you must have loved this. Please stay tuned. This is where we're going to stop. Just stay tuned. Click on the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, so that when I upload the final phase of making this wonderful senator, you will have the video first. And thank you very much for staying tuned. I will say from my heart, bye bye for now. See you in my next video. Bye.